What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. It has actually happened. The Dallas Cowboys actually traded away Micah Parsons. There was a few contract disputes left in the offseason between Hendrickson, McLaurin, and Micah Parsons. Obviously, McLaurin got solved, and so did Micah Parsons in a way that no one maybe expected. I didn't really either. I always thought Micah would stay in Dallas. But unfortunately for the Cowboys and Cowboys fans, Jerry Jones has decided it would be better off to go ahead and trade away Micah Parsons, and they have done that. They've traded him to the Green Bay Packers for 2 firsts and Kenny Clark. So let's go ahead, jump in, and rebuild the Dallas Cowboys after they just traded away Micah Parsons. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so if you'd like to help me reach that goal, be absolutely amazing. If you are new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is also the third Madden rebuild I'm recording today. I had 2 videos ready for Friday and Saturday. Those videos are getting pushed back now. So when you guys see those, probably next week, if I still decide to upload them, they'll be kind of recorded last week before this trade ever even happened. But it is what it is. I'll be caught up for a little bit there, so that'll be helpful. But man, a week before the season's about to start, the Cowboys kick off the season against the Eagles. They have traded away Micah freaking Parsons. Like I said, I always thought that this was going to always end up with Micah Parsons just re-signing, but it looked like the ship has sailed. It sounded like that Jerry could have still solved it. Unfortunately, he decided to not do that, and he just decided, hey, we're better off just trading him away. And obviously you can see he is still on the team, but we're about to go ahead and make the trade happen. If I had to guess, I'm gonna imagine that it'll be easy to do this from the Cowboys side of things. I assume the Packers will just say yes, but I did want to start this video just kind of seeing what the Packers would do if we offered them this in Madden 26. I've seen from other sides that the Cowboys are like, oh, this isn't enough. But it's 2026, 2027 first rounders, obviously. And then, of course, as we're well aware, the player going back is also Kenny Clark. So let's see if this is a trade that would even go through. So I do have to cut in here for a second because, as you guys can see, already early in the video, I made a massive mistake without even realizing it. Of course, when I made the trade, I accidentally clicked a 2027 or 2026 7th round pick or something like that. It was clearly not the 2027 first, as you guys probably can see, and I didn't even realize it. Later in the video, I will realize that I don't have the 2027 first, and I end up fixing it. But just please ignore this. Obviously, just, know I'm aware of it, and I will be better next time. So, like I said, I fix it later, but I'm still, very confused on why I don't have it. But I decided to go look back, and yeah, I did it completely wrong. So, yeah, I apologize, but it's fixed, and just gotta let you know that I am aware that I got it wrong there. But no wonder why I went through. I clicked the wrong first round. I didn't even click a second first round pick. So regardless, hope you still enjoy the rest of the video, but just had to cut in and say that, yeah, I'm aware I messed that up. So let's see. And it does. So just like that, the actual trade in real life is going through, at least on our end, when we're sending Parsons to Green Bay. I will probably more than likely also have a Green Bay Packers rebuild once again with Micah Parsons here on Saturday. So you guys will be seeing this on Friday, recording this very late Thursday night. But man, week before the season start, that trade just happened. Also, I noticed that Dak Prescott is superstar dev, which I'm not sure if that's actually the case. This was a problem in the rebuild you'll see next week as well. In preseason, I skipped to regular season, and it gave both Dak Prescott and also, it gave both Caleb Williams Superstar X Factor and Rome Odunze Superstar Dev. I have no idea why it does that, so I am going to double check on Dak Prescott. I would have to imagine he's not Superstar Dev, but maybe he is. I have no idea. I'm going to check that before the season starts. Other than that, guys, I'll fix it if it's wrong. Other than that, we obviously all know what's going to happen. We're going to simulate season number 1 with Micah Parsons now gone and Kenny Clark in town, and obviously we'll have extra first round picks to utilize. So I'm going to double check Micah Parsons' dev trait, Dak Prescott's dev trait to see if that's even correct. Other than that, I'll see you guys at the end of year 1 after Parsons was just traded away a week before the season's about to start. Absolutely insane. So at the end of season number 1, we finish up at 9-8 and do not make the playoffs. Unfortunately, we did not get in the mix there. The Panthers did win the Super Bowl 21-17 though, so what a bizarre simulation. But I do want to look at the season recap and all of that here. So the Panthers, like I said, they win the Super Bowl. Mahomes wins MVP. Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year. Offensive player goes to Puka. TJ Watt is your defensive player. Ashton Jeanty, offensive rookie. And Abdul Carter's defensive rookie. Nick Scorton is the one that wins Super Bowl MVP. Very interesting. Let's take a look at our stats personally. So, offensively, 17th in the NFL. By the way, Dak Prescott's dev trait was correct. He is, in fact, a superstar dev in Madden 26. So, 26 and 8 from Dak Prescott, though. 8 touchdowns and 900 yards from Javonte Williams. CeeDee Lamb with 1,100 yards, 800 from George Pickens, and 800 from Ferguson, and 588 from Tolbert. And then sacks-wise, of course, with no Parsons in town, 10.5 from Osa, 9.5 from Kenny Clark, who was just a new addition, obviously. Sam Williams, 4, and then Ezaraku with 3. Now, of course, we got to check to see how Parsons did in Green Bay. So let's go. I guess we just do NFC North. So, yeah, 16.5 sacks over in Green Bay. Makes sense. I have no idea if they made the playoffs or not, but we can, obviously quickly check that. So let's see what the record. Yeah, they went 13-4 as the second seed in the NFC. Now, of course, they did not get to the Super Bowl, but I don't know how far they went. I could check the playoff bracket, I imagine, or the recap, but it's fine. So let's go ahead, get into the re-signing stage. We know we went 9-8. We know we got some things to improve on. We have some extra draft capital, which is nice, but as many people expect, those first rounders they got will probably be late, and that's what this one's going to be this offseason as well, with the Packers going 13-4. Let's, of course, look at the re-signing stage. So we have Deron Bland, George Pickens, which George Pickens is going to be kind of interesting to watch this offseason. Obviously, he has not played a game for Dallas just yet. I know apparently he has the same agent as Micah Parsons, so I have no idea how well that's going to go. I'd like to keep him in this video if I can, but we also have to acknowledge that our cap situation isn't the best. The Dallas Cowboys never seem to have cap space, obviously. So we are staring at the face of Deron Bland and George Pickens as both free agents. I definitely, if I had to guess, think we can only keep one of them. And, I mean, if I'm looking at things, it looks like we probably have a chance to get George Pickens back. Deron Bland probably has no interest in coming back at this point. So I think I'm going to lean towards George Pickens right now and keep him. Is that the best decision? I have no idea, but I don't think we really have a choice. I think we would have only been able to keep one of them. So we paid George Pickens. Realistically speaking, maybe in real life he doesn't re-sign with Dallas for whatever reason, but that's way down the line. It looks like someone may have retired because a lot of money just opened up, or maybe the Cowboys just restructured somebody like they always do and push the money back. I'm just kidding. But still, I have no idea what happened there. But this is what our lineup is looking like now. So I do like Jaden Blue's future for Dallas. I think he could be a really nice running back for them, but unfortunately in Madden, he's only normal dev, so I don't really know if I'll end up starting him with confidence. O-line actually doesn't look too bad. That's one thing Dallas always does pretty well, is building their O-line. CeeDee Lamb, of course, is a dog, and then you got Pickens back and Ferguson. So for the most part on offense, I feel okay. Mingo is our third wide receiver. Of course, I'd probably like somebody better than that. Probably better running back, of course. Defensively, this is where we got more work to do. So I think we probably need another pass rusher. We have Trayvon Diggs coming off an injury. I don't even know his health status, to be honest with you, right now in real life. Overshown, someone who's shown a lot of promise, but can never stay healthy for the most part, it feels like. But yeah, I think the main thing is we got to hit on the defensive side of the football, and we got to add a running back. That's the main thing. That's been a problem for Dallas. Running back spot has been very blank for them. Maybe Blue becomes something, but don't think we can rely on that in this video. So we do have $28 million in cap space, though, so we'll see if there's anything we can do in free agency, and hopefully we can find something. So this we're going to be doing in free agency. We'll be going, of course, to bring Brandon Aubrey back, the best kicker in the NFL currently, Jaquan Brisker to be a strong safety for us, and Brian Robinson to be potentially our new starting running back. I like B-Rob as a Commanders fan. Kind of sad, obviously, that we had to trade him away, but I do get it in some ways. He should do great things in San Francisco, especially if he does get an opportunity, if, CMC gets hurt or anything like that. But let's see if we get all three to sign with us. It'd be a decent free agency period. We do get Brian Robinson and Aubrey, but unfortunately, we don't get the guy I wanted the most with Brisker, so that's kind of disappointing. I won't lie to you. So Bland went to the Chargers. We do have Najee Harris here as well we could have went for. I don't know if I'll be doing... we could go for like Julian Blackmon or something like that, or a Reed Blankenship. But I guess I don't mind Julian Blackmon. I guess that could be our backup plan. He has 5 offers right now. I kind of wanted to bring in a new strong safety to not worry about it in the draft. I'd like to focus more on the defensive line and, edges in the draft if I can. So Blackmon will choose us. So we get ourselves a new strong safety. So that feels great and all, but now let's head to the draft and try to hit big there. We got our running back. So Brian Robinson's going to be our starting running back for now. Maybe eventually that changes, but him and Blue should be a nice combo. wide receiver room. It might have to just come down to Mingo playing a little bit this year for us, because I think the draft should primarily be focused on the defensive side of football. I think we need to upgrade defense big time. So that's going to be the hope. So I'll see you guys in draft night. Hopefully we can hit big with these extra draft picks that we have over the next 2 seasons. So to start things off, I think this one is a no-brainer. We're going to be taking Harold Perkins out of LSU. B block shedding, A pursuit, B tackle, A zone coverage, elite speed. I mean, if we're ever going to replace Micah Parsons, I guess, you know, I actually don't know much about Harold Perkins. I think I've heard good things, but he projects to look pretty good. So that's all I'm saying right now. So that is, I probably shouldn't be comparing to Micah Parsons, because I actually truly have no idea. But 44 in true value, draft at 17, 92 speed, hidden dev. I think that's a great way to start this draft big time. And with the pick that we got from Micah Parsons, I'm seeing another elite speed guy. This one at the wide receiver position. He's got A, deep route, B, catching, B, catching traffic. So I think adding him to this offense is probably, you know, our best bet. He's kind of the missing thing we need on offense. So Jonathan Reynolds is going to be our third wide receiver to add with Dak Prescott and company. Number 10 in true value, draft him at 26. So it looks like we did pretty good. Now, unfortunately, he's only normal dev, but still someone that's probably going to start right away. So George Pickens, Reynolds, and CeeDee Lamb, I can get behind that. So I feel pretty good about those first 2 picks thus far. They're going to be adding another linebacker here in round 2 with Quincy Roberson. We got B zone, D block shedding, 6'2". He's got a 4.61 40-yard dash. Speed is only great. This may not be the best pick in the world, but I don't really see a lot of great other options here. 100 in true value, dropped at 49. He is hidden dev though, so at least we'll take that. 88 speed, hidden dev linebacker, adding another one there. That's nice, but hopefully in round 3, we maybe can find a corner prospect I like. So all I'm looking for is a third corner at this point. We don't have the greatest, you know, grades on this guy. He's got C-man, C-zone coverage, but he's got good speed, 4.4 yard dash. So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. We just need a third corner. I think Revel and Diggs is fine. Maybe Diggs is eventually gone. Maybe have whiffed on this pick, but he is hidden dev nonetheless. So 92 acceleration, 92 speed. I feel decent about what we're able to do this offseason and in the draft. We'll see what it's looking like going into year 2, though. We just went 9-8, so obviously looking to hopefully improve upon that and maybe go, you know, 11-6 or 12-5, whatever it may be, and get ourselves back into the playoffs. So going into season number 2 with an 84 overall team, 87 offense, and an 81 defense. So let's go ahead and take a look to see what we got going on. So obviously our offense is looking pretty good. We got, you know, Dak still, Brian Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and then Reynolds, who we drafted in round 1, is a 78 overall. Would have loved to have seen him hidden dev, but only normal dev, unfortunately. On the defensive side of the football, this is obviously where we made, you know, a few improvements. So the corner we drafted actually isn't even making the depth chart right now, which is actually kind of disappointing. But Diggs and Siobhan Revel, we got Blackman, we got Lufu, we got Robert Roberson, Overshown, and Malik Hooker. Of course, Perkins is the highlight here, who we did draft. I decided to move him down to the edge, and he jumped up to a 79 overall, so I think that was probably the right move. I'm expecting to hopefully have him be the Micah Parsons replacement as much as we can, but we'll see. I mean, we're going to have to see how the things are going to go. I'm going to leave the schemes exactly the same. We went 9-8 in year 1. I'm hoping to see a jump by maybe at least one game. I think one game probably gets into the end of the playoffs. Just win 10, and I think we might find ourselves there. But we'll see, man. Only time will tell. Let's simulate year 2, and let's see if we get any different of a result compared to what we got in year number 1 after adding what we did in the offseason. So unfortunately, at the end of year number 2, just when I thought that maybe, just maybe, we'd be making the playoffs and bouncing back, we do not. 7-10. We go from 9-8 to 7-10, so we do regress by a couple of games. Season recap: the Vikings ended up winning the Super Bowl over the Bengals. John is your NFL MVP material. I think I've drafted him in a rebuild in one of these. Defensive Player of the Year goes to none other than Micah Parsons. DJ Parker's Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Puka's your Offensive Player of the Year once again. So overall, a disappointing season at 7-10. Let's take a look at the stats. So offensively, 17th in the NFL, so not too bad there. And then defensively, we were 28th in the NFL. So you had 29-10 from Dak Prescott. You had 7 touchdowns and 900 yards from Brian Robinson. CeeDee Lamb with 1,000 yards. You had 900 from Pickens, and then Reynolds was 680. Ferguson was 700. Defensively, Perkins did give us 10.5 sacks as a rookie, so not bad. We'll take that. 9 from Ezraku as well. 6.5 from Overshown with 3 interceptions, and then 4 from Trevon Diggs back in 2, and 2 from Siobhan Revel. So Overall, not the greatest of results that we wanted. We're going into the offseason with, I think, no money at all. We're negative $7 million currently, and it stays that way. So whoever's a free agent, it's more than likely that we will not be keeping them, but let's see who is here. Tyler Smith, that's a big one. Not going to lie. Overshown, another big one. Tyler Guyton, I mean, at least it's just a fifth-year option. We'll accept that. Mingo, that's fine. Monty Smith's gone. Okay, so that's fine. And Hooker, you know, yeah, probably fine with letting him go. So, yeah, I would like to keep both Overshown and Tyler Smith if I can somehow, but don't know if we'll be able to afford that. So let's go take a look to see if there's any possibility of doing that. It might have to cost us Trayvon Diggs if I had to guess right now. But let's see if we can even save money by getting rid of him. I already see 20 million could be freed up by getting rid of him. So, Dak Prescott, I mean, we're probably connected to him going forward. I think Trayvon Diggs probably has to be the move here. Kenny Clark, I mean, we could, but and then Digazua could maybe do something with him. Oh my gosh, Steele as well. There's actually some players we can cut. So we're not in total trouble, I will say. So I'm going to release Terrence Steele 100%. So he can go. That would help us get, you know, Steele back. Or sorry, Smith back. And then Diggs is not somebody I want to cut. I do want to trade him if I can. Osa, I mean, do we have a D tackle in the background? We could I think we have another guy, don't we? No, not really. Okay. I don't know, though. We may not be able to yeah, we're going to have to do another thing. I think we have to cut Osa, unfortunately. I hate to do it, but I really don't want to cut Trayvon Diggs without trading him. And, yeah, I would like to cut, and, yeah, I think I just got to cut Osa and deal with the consequences. Maybe I can find a way to re-sign him in free agency. I don't know. It might be tough to do that, but I think we got to try to at least get one of these free agents to sign with us before we get into free agency. So I like to keep both. I have no idea if we have the money to do that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to. So I am going to prioritize Tyler Smith. I think that's probably the one we need to prioritize right now. And then I'm going to hopefully trade Trayvon Diggs, and then we can have the luxury of re-signing Overshown as well. That's the hope anyway. We'll see if it works out that way, but let's go look at a Trayvon Diggs trade. Unfortunately, you can't trade players before the re-signing stage, so that's always disappointing. So I do think this will be the trade we end up doing. Khalid McKinstry is obviously 1/4 of the cost of Trayvon Diggs right now. I think we got to do something like this. So we're going to make this trade go through. Would the Saints do this in real life? Hell, I don't know. The Saints are kind of a weird franchise. Probably wouldn't do it, obviously, but Diggs is going to go to the Saints. Now, Diggs is coming off a good season, so who knows? But we just needed to be cheaper, and we were able to accomplish that. So I feel good about that trade. We need a new right tackle, obviously, with Steele gone, but that was a necessary cap cut. And then the only thing I'd like to do in free agency is bring back Overshown, although I will say we do have some guys we could rock with if we decided to go differently. But McKinstry is brought in. Shelby is actually star dev. He wasn't on the depth chart, I believe, last year, but I actually feel okay about that. So a free safety and Overshown. Perkins is superstar dev, so that's fantastic. Kenny Clark is good at least, and then we do need a D tackle as well. Not a ton of money to work with, but we'll try to hit on one of those things, at least in free agency, if not two of those things. So unfortunately, there is a chance we get outbid for Demario Overshown. I knew that was a risk we could be taking if we didn't re-sign him, but it felt like Tyler Smith was the guy we needed to prioritize there. So I'm also going back for Osa. Again, I wanted to bring him back. Never really wanted to cut him. Unfortunately, just kind of had to be that way to save some money. Praying Overshown chooses us still with him developing a superstar dev, and he did. So Demario Overshown does come back, which is great. Never wanted to lose him. There were some good options in free agency that I could have went for, but now we head into this draft prioritizing a free safety and also a right tackle. So that is what we need going into the draft in the worst way possible. So got to protect Dak, but I do like the way this defense is shaping up. Even though Parsons is obviously gone, I think we can get ourselves a free safety and a D tackle. We could be in business. So let's go ahead, get into draft night. We have that extra draft pick again from the Packers. So if we can hit big, we could be in a good spot. So there's an offensive lineman I could draft, but I'm going to hope he falls to our other first-round pick, and I'm going to be taking KJ Bolden here to be our brand-new free safety. He's got elite speed. Grades look great. I mean, we need a free safety to replace Malik Hooker, so this seems like a no-brainer. 21 true value, drafted at 31 or 13, so yeah, that's a great start. And like I said, we'll be picking at... oh, wait, what? Why don't I have the Packers pick? I swore I got that... Am I crazy, or did I trade for that pick? I'm confused why I don't have that. That's so weird to me. I could have swore at the beginning of the video we traded for Green Bay's pick. Is it glitched now? I'm so confused. We should definitely have 21. I'm actually perplexed. I could have swore... I'll have to watch it back. I could have swore at the beginning of the video I traded for that pick, but it's not showing we did. I'm a little confused. I have no idea why, but I guess I'm going to try to go get it. It's kind of weird that that didn't work. Translate. Did I not get their pick? I swore I did. I don't know, man. Maybe I just didn't. I just thought I did. I have no idea. But obviously it's not showing we did, unless if I traded for something else and I didn't realize it. But pretty sure I traded for their first in that trade with Parsons, but whatever. I'm gonna see if I can get it still at this point. We should be able to, I would imagine. I'm assuming it would only literally cost us. We should have this. I mean, would it even let them do it though? That's the thing. Hopefully it would. I'm gonna trade my 20. Dude, this is gonna piss me off if this doesn't work. You can improve the offer a little bit more. So I have to trade in my 2028 first, which I'll get back if I need to. But okay, it does still let them trade. That's so weird to me. I could have swore that I traded for that at the beginning of the video. Am I crazy? I could be. I'm hoping that right tackle falls to me. Did we get lucky enough for him to fall? I think he did, actually. I think the guy I was going to take, the other one, may have fallen to me. I could be wrong, though. So, yeah, maybe he's gone. Okay, so never mind. I don't think I got that lucky. But there's still some offensive linemen in the draft. There's Kevin Haywood and Zach Clayton. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Zach Clayton here. We need to replace Terrence Steele. Zach Clayton will be the pick. So that feels good. 38 in true value, draft to 21, hidden dev. So we nailed that, and now we can go to round 2. Man, I swear I got their pick at the beginning of the video. I'm about to go watch that back right now. I got to figure that out. And now I think we have another home run pick here in round 2 with Caden Durham. And oh my gosh, guys, I just watched it back. I traded for their 7th round pick. I literally fat fingered it and traded for the 7th round pick. I feel really dumb, but at least we fixed it. There's probably, I got to make an intro video. I got to literally make a video before the video starts, because I'm not restarting this video just because of that. Wow, what a debacle by me, I will admit. But I'm gonna let the AI take care of the 3rd round pick. We got a new running back in town, and we got a offensive lineman, a free safety. I think I'm feeling pretty good about going to year 3, but man, do I feel dumb that at the beginning of the video, with confidence, I was like, hey, this trade went through in Madden. Well, it's because you clicked the 7th round pick, you idiot, but whatever. It's fixed, I guess. Oh God, I hate myself for that. So going into year number 3, we're with an 85 overall, 87 offense, and an 84 defense. I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of like this team. I'm not saying the Cowboys are gonna hit on all the picks like I've done in this video, I feel like, but this team feels like it's a great spot. We got obviously Clayton now at left tackle. We have Durham, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and start him right away. Might as well, right? He's the one with hidden dev, so he's gonna be our brand new running back. Ferguson at tight end, Pickens, we got Reynolds, we got McGrath now, whoever that is. Defensively, though, this is where I feel really good, man. We got Perkins, who's superstar dev, Roberson, who we drafted, superstar dev. We just added KJ Bolden. We got McKinstry in a trade, Shelby, who we drafted. And I feel decent about this. This feels like a team that could get back into those playoffs. Now, I'm tempted to change the playbooks because it hasn't been great for us, I will say. We have not made the playoffs, so we're currently running, I believe, a 4-3. So the defense I always rock with when I'm playing on 4-3 is Buffalo's. That never changes. Offensively, I think I'm okay with Dallas's playbook. It should be a good playbook in Madden, and it always has been. But I don't know. I haven't seen the success in this one. Hoping to make the playoffs in year 3. I have to have a gut feeling that this team could absolutely make the playoffs. This team's in a great spot, despite the Micah Parsons trade, what we've done so far. So we'll see if it happens. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Hopefully, we find ourselves in the postseason. So at the end of year number 3, we get back to our winning ways, and we end up going 12-5 and make the postseason. It looks like CeeDee Lamb had himself a good season. Perkins looks like he had a good season, at least 13 TFLs. So yeah, feeling good about that. Do we have any top 3 stats? Mario Overshown's up there, which is great to see. Unfortunately, no top sacks, but hey, one guy we do see up there, Micah freaking Parsons, with 28 sacks for the Packers. So not too surprising there, but let's go ahead and take a look at our stats in general. So offensively, we're 10th in the NFL. Got to feel pretty good about that, being a top 10 offense. And defensively, 3rd in the NFL. I knew Buffalo's playbook would not let me down. 26-6 from Dak Prescott. So obviously one thing when it comes to Dak, he's not been good in the playoffs for the most part. We really need Dak Prescott to show up. We got 8 touchdowns and 800 yards from Caden Durham, our rookie. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb with 1,200 yards and only 6 touchdowns, 800, 800, and 600. Defensively, we had 16.5 sacks from Perkins, and look at that. Osa also gave us 16 after we signed him in free agency, so we got to feel good about that. Interceptions, 2 from Revel, 2 from Bolden, 2 from Shelby, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, Let's go play these Philadelphia Eagles, shall we? Of course, these two teams open up the NFL season. I cannot wait for that. Let's go ahead, jump in, go into Jerry World, and play the Eagles at home and see if we can take them out. Here we are at AT&T Stadium, or good old Jerry World, however you want to say it. I feel good about our team at the moment. I have not watched the Cowboys intro going to a game, so it looks like it's just maybe the mascot. I'm not sure. But let's see if we can come out here and take out our fellow division foe, that being the Philadelphia Eagles, who get intercepted to start things off from Julian Blackmon. So it'd be great to start off with an interception to a touchdown. And we don't. Of course we don't. Okay, so now they do punt it again. So we're up 7-0, so that's great. And now let's go see. The one thing we do have is a great defense. That should help us out this entire playoffs. Of course, the Eagles, you know, we're kind of a few years in the future. Howie Roseman is a great GM, so I'm going to assume he's going to still have these Eagles competitive. But, of course, you know, money does end up prevailing, and you do lose talent as you go further and further when you're in a Super Bowl window. But we beat the Eagles 20-3, and we only allowed the Eagles to score 3 points the entire game. So that has to give us a lot of confidence going into the rest of these playoffs. That is great. If Dak Prescott can get those performances out of his defense, feel pretty good about the chances of getting the Cowboys into the Super Bowl. Even though never want to see that in real life, obviously. But we're just rebuilding today in Madden. But oh boy, who would have saw this one coming? We're at AT&T Stadium, primetime football, divisional weekend, and look who it is. It is Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers coming to A&T Stadium for a division bout. This should be a very fun game. This is going to be interesting to watch, that's for sure. So let's see how this is about to go. So we do start off with forcing them to punt the ball away, and we go up 7-0, so that's a great start. The Packers will score a field goal. Obviously, the last time the Packers played the Cowboys in the playoffs, we all know what happened. Jordan Love came to town, and it was miserable for Cowboys fans that day. But it is 14-6 right now, so our defense is still showing out. We get a beautiful interception from Blackmon. He has been balling these playoffs, and very similar to the last win, we only put up 20 points, but we only allowed a field goal in the Eagles game, and this one was only 2 as well, unless that was a touchdown and missed extra point. But I have no idea. I do have to look to see how Parsons did in this game and see if he got to us at all. Pretty ugly stats from both quarterbacks, I will say. But let's go to see if Parsons had a sack in this one. So he didn't. And yeah, he didn't. So, or no, he did. 1 sack. So Micah Parsons did get to Dak Prescott for 1 game. These guys play each other week 4 in the regular season. That's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait. It's in Dallas, I believe, as well. But hey, we're headed to the NFC Championship game, so let's go see who's in front of us there. Not gonna lie to you guys, Madden 26 has given us kind of the perfect script for a Dallas Cowboys revenge tour. Eagles in the wild card, Packers in divisional, and now we get the Niners, which obviously 3 teams the Cowboys are very familiar with. We're in AT&T Stadium again here, so let's see if we can come out here and win ourselves another game, as we'll go up 3-0 to start things off. Defense gets a stop. We're now going to go up 10-0, so off to a great start so far. Dak Prescott want to continue to put up points here. I'm down for that. Now, we do allow our first touchdown in the playoffs, it looks like. Overshown with an interception, and we're going to go up 24-7. This is looking beautiful thus far, but I will not rule the Niners out just yet. That should put him away, though. 27-14, sack from Mr. Harold Perkins, and we will go on to beat the Niners 30-14, and now we are headed to the Super Bowl. So the revenge tour has been completed in the NFC, and now it is time to go see who is in front of us in the Super Bowl and see if we can end this off correctly with a bowl going back to Dallas. It is Super Bowl Sunday time, and we get to play none other than Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens here to end off this video. So let's see if we have what it takes to get Dak Prescott and the Cowboys here ring against the Ravens, which is going to be a tough outing, but we're hopefully prepared and ready for it, as we have ourselves a stop to start things off, and we throw an interception. Oh boy, Dak, we don't want to see that right now. But we do tie it 7-7, so that's good. And they're going to get the score right back to them. We can score out of the half, and we tie it. Okay, 14-14. But the Ravens, they keep scoring as well. Fourth quarter time with 5 minutes left. Do we go down and score? We don't. But can we get the ball back? I don't think we don't. We're going to lose in the Super Bowl. So 17-14 victory for the Baltimore Ravens, unfortunately, to beat us in the Super Bowl. That sucks. That stings. Damn. We had a shot at it. We had a shot. And unfortunately, we fell short. So, the Ravens get it done. We lose 14-17. Allowed the Ravens to only score 17. That's all you could ask for, I would think. Unfortunately for us, we only put up 14. Dak Prescott doing a Stephon Diggs impression. This video will not be ending with a Lombardi for the Cowboys. But still, man, we got there, which is cool in its own right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. It was a fun one. I'm very happy as a Commanders fan that I don't have to see Micah Parsons or see the Commanders play Micah Parsons twice a year anymore. We still get to play in week 2. We play the Packers on a short week, but enough rambling, enough yapping. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, I'll be doing a Packers one as well. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.